Are you concerned about falling? In the next year, 1 in 4 seniors will experience a fall. Do not allow yourself to become a statistic. Tai Chi is proven to reduce your fall risk by 58%. Classes for all abilities are available throughout DuPage County. Tai Chi. Exercise for life. Exercise for you.
Place your hands on your collarbone, bring them just below your collarbone and gently tap. And so we have some new people joining us this morning. So welcome everybody that is here for the first time, and welcome back everybody returning. So for those of you new here, my name's John, and occasionally I'm in charge of this class. So we will do some stuff and we'll talk a little bit as we go along. And so what organ are we stimulating if we tap these 2 points? Kidneys. So we are tapping 2 acupuncture points for your kidneys. This helps to balance the energy in your kidneys, helps them function better, and it also helps to bring you energy. And we're going to move on to the middle of your sternum. And this is for 2 things, one of which is lungs for breathing and thymus for your immune system. Yeah. So for those of you that are new, most important thing about this class is to look after yourself, do what is right for you. If there's anything that you feel is not right for you, don't do it. You have chairs, so if you need to sit, sit. Just about everything that we do is just as effective sitting down as it is standing up. So do not be affected by peer pressure. Okay? I'm hoping that you are all mature enough. I know. It's like there's no word I can use that I win, because if I say you're all old enough, you'll be like, I'm not old. Vintage. You are of such a vintage that you should not be affected by peer pressure now. So if you need to sit down, okay? Good, and the side of your ribs, and this is for your everybody at home is shouting out here, and I can't hear any of them. Your spleen. So your spleen for your digestive system. And make sure your phones are turned off. The first one gets a pass, but the next one is a $10 fine. And loose and relax, swing your arms. Loose and relaxed as you can so that it is as effortless as possible. And swinging your arms is for circulation. So my lumbar class started last night, and somebody new coming into this class, like we start swinging their arms, he goes, I do this in meetings while I'm waiting for people to make up their mind what they want to do. And I'm like, that's perfect. And it shows what a really natural motion with this is. So a good length of time to swing your arms would be 10 minutes. 10 minutes promotes basic circulation. What would be better than 10 minutes? 20 minutes would be better. 20 minutes activates your internal organs and stimulates your brain. And what would be best of all? 30 minutes. Half an hour would be best of all. 30 minutes is said to reveal and cure.
What's 30 minutes to reveal and what?
Reveal and cure hidden diseases.
Oh, okay.
What your interpretation of that is? Who knows? But I think a classic example of that would be the trainer on The Biggest Loser, who was mid-50s, incredibly fit, and had a heart attack. Now, maybe he'd swung his arms for half an hour every day, he'd have improved his circulation, improved his heart, and wouldn't have had a heart attack. So that's the best explanation I can give of that. Because it is not unusual for athletes to have heart attacks at a young age.
Yeah.
LeBron James' son? Yeah. 18. Yeah. So the first half of your homework, any opportunity you get, start and swing your arms. Do this while you're watching Jeopardy. That's an awesome time because you're using the movement to stimulate the blood circulation, which stimulates your brain, and you're using a quiz show to stimulate your brain. Oh, that's awesome. I strongly recommend something like a quiz show or a comedy. Do not do this while you are watching the news. In fact, do not watch television news. It is called programming for a reason. And allow your arms to come to a rest. And turn your waist and just allow your arms to swing loose and relax. So this helps your kidneys and your waist. And we're going to bring our arms into this motion. You're going to tap the small of your back on the opposite side and just inside your shoulder on the front. So this gives further stimulation of your kidneys, and it also stimulates your lungs. So your first time in this class, we are going to do a lot of stuff. And I recommend that you think about taking just 2 or 3 things away from the class and trying to do those 2 or 3 things. One of which is arm swinging. And hopefully you can remember how to do that. And take your arms out and bring your waist to a rest. It is much better just to take a little tiny bite every time and build it slowly and gently. Right, so now take your head to one shoulder, roll it down, round to the shoulder. And without tilting your head back, bring it across. Exhale around. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Change direction. Again, head to your shoulder. Roll it down around to the shoulder without tilting it back. Bring it across the top. Exhale around. Inhale up. Exhale. In. One more. Bend your knees, let your arms hang down, your arms are loose and relaxed, and there's no movement in your arms, only in your shoulders. And you're going to roll your shoulders. So if your arms are nice and relaxed, your hands should begin to move in circles, and eventually they should bump together if you're really relaxed. Which is why they call this exercise 2 birds come together. And change direction, roll your shoulders the other way. One more. Straighten up. And rub your hands. So when we rub our hands, we are stimulating the skin, the fascia, the flesh, the muscles, the tendons, the ligaments beneath it. but we're also stimulating a lot of acupuncture points as we do this. And your wrist. Other wrist. Forearm. Other forearm. Elbow. Other elbow. And gently tap the webs of your thumbs together. And the webs of your thumb. No, those are the webs of your fingers, webs of your fingers. So fingers very relaxed and your hands very open. You want your fingers to be rubbing up onto the back of your other hand. And that's how we get to the acupuncture points that we're after. And interlace your fingers again with your hands open. You're going to roll your wrists around. And change direction. And you might find that this way doesn't work. It may take a while for you to get it to work. And push one wrist up and the other, nice and gently. We don't want to jar the wrist. We want to bring in range of motion. And remember, as we go through this class, the difference between pain and discomfort. Discomfort is okay. Discomfort is your body telling you, hey, we haven't done this in a while, or we haven't done this before. Pain is your body's way of saying, don't do something. If something is painful, stop. If something is uncomfortable, be judicious about what you're feeling and back off just a little bit from where you are. And numb your wrists. And place your palms together in front of your center. Bring your hands up. Open your hands as if it's a book. Keeping your small fingers touching. Point your fingers towards you. Bring the backs of your hands together. And bring your hands down. Keeping your index fingers touching. Bring your palms to touch again. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, take your hands down. Inhale. Exhale. And when you get to the top, your fingers are going to come in to point towards your throat and over and down. There we go. So up, open, and now bring your fingers in to point at you. There we go. Good. Now when we reach the bottom, we're going to change direction. So keeping your index finger touching, you're going to open your palms towards your center. Bring the backs of your hands together, bring your hands up. Now point your fingers to your throat and bring them over the top around your small finger and down. Breathe in as your hands come up. Breathe out as your hands come back. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more. Good. Rub your palms. How long are the kids off school? Whatever happens as children should be seen and not heard. All right. So hands on your waist is good. Back to the hands on the small of your back is better. Best of all is your palms on the small of your back. If this brings tension into your shoulders, go to this. If this is uncomfortable, go to this. We always want to be as comfortable as we can. Tension is our enemy. So keep your head still, your head upright. If you're standing, you're going to circle your waist. If you are sitting, you're going to circle your shoulders. Inhale as your waist moves back. Exhale as your waist moves forward. Inhale. Exhale. If it was up to me, they'd all be out picking up garbage on the expressway. They are. Change direction. I was cleaning chimneys for a living at their age. Totally.
Just like that, really?
Yeah.
Serious?
6 years old onwards.
You have to be outside when you go up.
Yeah.
Get outside.
One more. Okay. Now we're going to think about the very tip of our tailbone. So where your tailbone curves under, think about the very tip of that. And we're going to try and isolate the movement of our pelvis. So you're going to take that tip of your pelvis and you're going to move it forward. So it gives you get this pelvic tilt in there. Then you take it back to neutral. And then you're going to move it to the left. Back to neutral. And you're going to move it back. So it's like you're sticking your butt out. Back to neutral. And then move it to the right. Back to neutral. So you've got 4 directions. You're going to move it forward. Left. Back. Right. So go round in those 4 directions. Trying to isolate the movement of your pelvis as much as you can. And when you get this right, your low back will smile at you.
Are your knees bent?
Your knees are bent, yes, because when you go to the side, you have to tilt your pelvis. You know, your pelvis goes like that. So this side coming up, this leg will be straight. This side going down, your leg will be bent. So there's definitely movement in your legs, but not a lot of movement. As much of it as you can is in your pelvis. So like belly button upwards should definitely not be moving. And then change direction, go the other way. This is really, really good for your very lowest lumbar vertebrae. Okay, right. And then with your foot in the shape it would be as if you were standing on your tiptoes or wearing high heels, or as was pointed out to me yesterday in class, if you have feet like Barbie. Which surprisingly enough, I have not seen the Barbie movie, but evidently when she takes her shoes off, like her feet are still the same shape. Just like the dog. Yeah. Beyond the realms of my experience. But with your foot in that shape, you're going to tap the ball of your foot on the floor. And then your other foot. So the more that you can bend the sole of your foot, the better it is. So we're trying to stretch the sole of our foot. So if you have your foot straight and you just tap like that, I have no idea what you're doing. So you want this bend of your toes, as I say, it's like you're standing on your tiptoes. That foot shape, so that it stretches the sole of your foot, and then you tap the ball of your foot. Okay? Sorry? We have an audience, yes. All right. So we're going to start with an exercise this morning called the 4 movements of Qigong. And this sequence will teach you the basic way that we're going to move in the other exercises that we're going to do in this class. So there are 4 movements that we can do with our arms, and that's it. And we build everything else that we do from those 4 movements. And the first movement would be what? Up and down. So you can move your arms up and down. You could do it to the front, you could do it to the side, you could do one at a time. The way we're going to do this initially is going to be up and down to the front. That's going to be our very first movement. And then at the end, we're going to do up and down again, but it will be like this, where we're in close to the body and pressing down. Okay? So that's going to be the first and the last movement. The second of the 4 ways we can move our arms is open and close. So we can move our hands apart and we can move our hands together. You could do it horizontally, you could do it down here, you could do it up here. We're going to do it up at this level. You could do it up and down, you could do it diagonally, but any time that your hands are moving together and apart is an open or closing. Third direction is in and out. So that's where your hands are out. They move in and out. We're going to do it to the front. You could do it up. You could do it down. You could do one up, one down. You could do it to the sides. As I say, we're just going to do it to the front. And then the 4th way we can move our arms is circles. So we can do horizontal circles. We could do vertical circles to the front. We are going to do vertical circles to the side. And we're going to go both directions. So the 4 movements of Qigong, we're going to do up and down, in and out, open and close, circles one way, circles the other way, and up and down. So the 4 movements of Qigong has 6 movements in it. But there's only 4 movements. So there's 6 movements, but only 4 unique movements. Okay. Now, one of the important things about Qigong and Tai Chi is the use of your breath. And ideally, you are going to breathe comfortably and you're going to match the speed of your movement to your breath. Okay, so you begin to inhale, your hands float up. The moment that your inhale finishes is when your hands reach shoulder height. Your exhale begins and your hands sink down. So you adjust the speed of that to match your breath ideally. Takes a bit of practice. So once we get started, if you're comfortable with it, feel free to go at your own pace. The number of repetitions you do is unimportant. Totally unimportant. It's how well you link the movement to your breath. That's what's important. Okay? So if you do more than me, that's good. If you do less than me, that's good. So whether you are sitting or standing, this is just as effective sitting down Knees relaxed, back up straight, head up tall, arms relaxed at your side. And the introductory move. Your hands float up to the height of your shoulders. Your hands sink down. Breathe in as your hands float up. Breathe out as your hands sink down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice and relaxed. Nice and gentle. And the chi flows in and out. The next time your hands reach shoulder height, pull your wrists into your shoulders. Press your hands forward. Breathe in as your hands flow in. And breathe out as your hands flow back. Breathe in. And breathe out. And the universe expands and contracts. The next time your hands are away from your palms face each other and open to the side and close. Inhale and open. Exhale and close. Inhale. Exhale. When the sun rises in the east, the next time your hands come together, imagine you're holding a ball of energy. Bring that energy down. Circle up one side, across, and down. Inhale and circle up. Exhale and circle. Inhale. Exhale. And the moon sets in the west. The next time you reach the bottom, change direction. Circle up to the other side. Across and down. Inhale and circle up. Exhale and circle down. Inhale. Exhale. Gathering and storing chi. Next time your hands reach the bottom, bring your hands up to your nose. Press down to your center. Inhale fresh energy into your body. Exhale, press that energy down into your center, into the bowl of your pelvis. Inhale. Exhale. So imagine drawing bright, white, vibrant energy into your body with your breath, and then pressing it down into your center, building a reservoir full of energy. And do one more. When your hands reach the bottom, turn your palms to face each other as if you're holding that ball. Again, your fingers are relaxed. Your thumbs at the level of your navel. Elbows away from your body, creating space underneath your armpit. And just relax and notice how you feel. In body, mind, and spirit. And notice the sensations in your hands.
My feet.
You're not relaxed enough.
Sarah.
And on your next exhale, let go. So the reason that your feet get uncomfortable is because you're not used to standing still for so long. I mean, we have just stood still for over 20 minutes. And if you're not used to it, and you're not used to that movement, your feet will get sore, okay? So the more that you can relax and stop holding yourself in place and just allow yourself to be in place, the easier it becomes. And that is usually relaxing your knees. If your legs are straight, your feet are going to kill. Okay, you've got to like stand there and just like drop your weight down. And if it gets too much, you sit down. Because, you know, they're very simple movements, but some of you may have found that that's more of a workout than you thought it was going to be. Yeah. And if you have neuropathy, that's going to make it even worse as well. Yes. So that's what I said, you know, you have to look after yourself and you have to think about what your situation is and look after yourself. So like if something becomes painful, you need to adjust something to make that pain go away. Okay, the whole no pain, no gain thing is garbage. Like, don't, if anybody ever says that to you, just like walk away. You know, pain is your body's way of telling you not to do something. So if something becomes painful, you need to do something to make that pain go away. Okay, and if it's the pain of the weight of your body on your feet, then you want to sit down and take that weight off, because it does take practice. It does take practice to stand still for 20 plus minutes. Okay. Any other questions? No? Okay. So the more you do this, ironically, the less of a physical workout it will become, and the more of an energetic workout it will become. So when you learn to be relaxed, the physical effort will go away and the movements will just flow. The goal is to flow like water. You know, when you watch a river flowing, is the water making any effort to flow? It doesn't. It just does what it does. And with practice, you can do the same thing with physical movement. It's like your body will just flow. Tai Chi really is for lazy people. However, it takes work to get there. Okay? But that work comes with a huge amount of benefits, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, by practicing Tai Chi.